Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. Some wonderful inspiration today, a pop-up card. Diamond Press has a pop-up card feature and I love it. I bought this kit so that I can use it for multiple cards, multiple projects, and I am super excited. It is Halloween, not really my thing, but it is cute. You will have a lot of pieces to work with in this particular card, but the outcome is really worth it and it's a really cute card. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, your main features are going to be your haunted hill and your picket fence. You're also going to need 7 of these and 2 of these. These are your features for the pop-up, okay? Everything else is optional. You have a moon, 4 size pumpkins, 3 size ghosts, 2 size bats, and then you have leaves, vines, and stems for your pumpkin setup, as well as a shadow layer for your haunted house on the hill. So you want to go ahead and get all of that cut up, and you're going to also need an A2 size card base. So the next important part is to get the pop-up boxes going. You need 7 of the long ones, but I want to show you how to do it. So when you score those 7 pieces, you're going to get 4 score lines on this. You want to go ahead and fold your score lines, crease them, burnish them, and back and forth. Okay, so just back and forth to loosen up your papers, because this is what's going to be the open and close that's going to, determine if your card pops up or not correctly. My paper is breaking here. This is 110 paper, but it's just not 110 pound paper, but it works though. So after you do that, I'm trying to turn the ugly side. You're going to go ahead and fold the bottom up. Doesn't matter either end. Fold up the bottom, and then you're going to bring this part down, okay? But you need to put glue here, okay? So let me get my glue. Okay, so you bring your bottom up, add your glue, and then bring this down. And then we have to just kind of press on it so it can dry. And then I'm just to bend the paper so that make sure it's able to fold like this. So you just go back and forth, but keep your hand on if you're using a wet glue so it can stay dry. And you should probably use a wet glue for this project. So back and forth, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and do all 7 of these. So I'm gonna show the other one. I started folding and burnishing it already. Bring the bottom piece up, add your adhesive, and then bring this down. And just give it some pressure there, and then hold it and back and forth. Okay, because you want to make sure that it's able to do this. Okay, so go ahead and do all 7 of those the same way. For the next ones, I already did my other 5. So the next ones, we have this. So this one, you only needed 2 of them. So those are going to be the smaller squares. So it's the same thing of, folding your score lines. There's 4 of them as well. And you just fold them all back and forth, loosen up your fibers in your paper, and then you're just going to make a square and just glue it. So bring it, your 2 ends, you're going to take your adhesive, put it on one end, and then bring the other one over and just close it. And there you go, you have a little square. So that's it. That's all you're doing, is making a square. So you should have 2 of those. All right, so next you want to take your haunted hill and you want to go ahead and add your shadow layer to the back. That is this one here. Okay, I already decided to take some paper, so I cut it out again, the actual hill, and I just overlaid paper on the tombstones. Okay, then the same thing for my picket fence. I wanted to change the tree color, so I went ahead and cut out another set of the another picket fence. For the fence, I changed the color and then cut out again for the tree. So that's optional, totally optional. So once you do all of that decorating, if you're going to do that, now we are going to work on the hill. So we're going to take 3 of those little boxes, well, these rectangular boxes that we made. We're going to take 3 of them, and we are going to line these up on the back of our card. Okay, not card, I'm sorry, the back of our haunted hill. So what you're going to do is get your glue, and then if you notice, there is a slimmer side and a wider side. According to the instructions, you want to put adhesive on the wider side. Okay, so just go ahead, if you want to give them a little burnish one more time, just go ahead and put adhesive on the wide side, and start at the end of your one end of the, and just line it up to the end. You see that? Just line it up and just glue it. And then you're going to put one in the middle and one on the end. And it looks like it won't fit, but it will. So just same thing, but on the wider side, and just make sure that it sticks. Okay. And then once you do that, you do want to let this dry. So give it a few minutes to dry. And I'm going to flip that over, and we're going to do the same thing to this side, but we really need to let this dry. So now you want to take 3 more of your rectangular pieces, and you want to go ahead and glue these to, we're going to do it in the same 3 spots, but on the opposite side of your heel. Got that? Okay. So you want to find the wider side. There's a slimmer and a wider. Just put your glue on the wider side. And I'm just gluing. And we're going to line these up in the same direction. Okay? And do it for the other 2. This is really cute. This, when this is finished, it's so cute. I'm just going to be making a lot of pop-up stuff. I have another pop-up. I can make a pop-up, you know, from scoring and all of that, but I prefer to have the die because it is much faster and easier. So okay, so that's sitting there. Now we want to go ahead and grab our fence, because we're going to glue this fence down. Okay, but before you do that, you want to make sure, I know my glue's still wet, but you want to make sure that you're able to lay these flat. And when we glue down this fence, we're going to glue it on the top. You see that? If I push it down, we're going to glue it on that part, not the bottom. So we're going to glue that on the top. So you want to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And I'm just constantly pressing on these little pop boxes so that, you know, just loosen up the fibers so that at the end when we're ready to open and close this card, it's not too stiff. Okay, so you see the bottom piece of the back side, and it's only because I'm pushing it down like that, but you want it to be like that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take your square, and you have your final rectangular. You want to go ahead and glue these down, and this is if you're going to use the optional pumpkins and the decorations. So you're going to take the larger one, glue on the wider side, and just kind of lay that in between these two. Okay, and then you're going to take the smaller one, and you're going to take the smaller one and adhere this one. I think it's like right by this gate is where you will want to put it. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that and then adhere that like right, can you see that? Right by the gate. Okay, so whoops, and then just make sure you can push them forward. And this is, like I said, because when we close the card, this is how it's going to be. Okay, now what you get to do is decorate. So you're going to take your pumpkin of choice or whatever you're using to decorate, and you're going to glue these to the little rectangular and the square boxes. So I'm just going to take some glue and glue those wherever you desire. And these little pumpkins are so cute. There are stamps that you get to use, and I did use the stamps to make little happy faces on these cute little babies. They're super cute. So you just place your pumpkins wherever. Okay, and then you have one more square. Now you can use this square to add another one here if you like, or if you want to put the square in front of this little pumpkin maybe, and maybe bring out another one, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Okay, so now that we did that, we're gonna get ready to adhere this to our card base. So if you, like I kept doing, we've been pressing this down, you are going to put adhesive on these little 2, 4, and 6, these sections here. So adhesive is gonna go there. So go ahead and get your A2 card ready. Okay, and I have mine here, and we need to put adhesive here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna put it here, 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 and here. These two sections. It's everywhere you see the little boxes. So, and use a strong glue, and if you're using tape, use a strong tape. Now, I know this seems weird, but what you're gonna do is flip this over, and you're gonna line it up. You're gonna line it up. Sorry, I'm trying to get it on. Okay, and just line it up. Gotta be quick because this glue is not forgiving. So then you just go ahead and press down on it. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is flip it over, and you're gonna put glue here on the back to finish it on the bottom one. And then just go ahead and, can you see where I put the glue? Okay, now go ahead and close your card and give it a good press. Now, if you want to, I recommend, because we are using wet glue and we really do need to let this dry, just go ahead and sit something sturdy and heavy on it and let it dry. So I'm going to let that dry and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I think it should be dry now. So we're just going to go ahead and hopefully it's dry. So when we open this card up, as you can see, it's kind of stiff, but you want to be really careful. And this is only for the first time, because afterwards it's going to open and close without any hesitation. But because we just adhered it and it's dry and stuck in this position, we need to get this open. So what I recommend is when you open it, kind of put one hand here, make sure you have it down, and just slightly push and lift the back. Okay, and this is also too maybe because if your glue is still drying, so you're just keeping your hand here so nothing lifts, and then just pushing the back. So we just kind of, and then lay it down and just just maneuver around until you loosen it up, and just kind of keep your hand. And then once you do that, just close it again, open it, close it again, open it. Okay, so I'm just kind of loosening it up, and there we go. Okay, so I want to go ahead and add a moon. I did use the moon, and I did use some bats, so I want to go ahead and add that to this as well. And this does come with your kits, so you can even put a face on the moon if you like, but I'm just trying to make it look like Halloween for you guys. Okay, and then I also have the ghost. So just take the ghost, and if you want to go ahead and decorate with that, put the ghost wherever you like. Actually, I want to use some foam tape for some of the ghosts, so it looks like they're actually flying. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this one here, and I put some foam tape on him so he looks like he's actually in the, moving around. So there's more bats, and you just die cut whatever you want. I'll put another bat here, and then that's pretty much it for your pop-up. I have another card I want to show you. So that's it. Just like I said, just work on that a little bit and you are good to go. So that is the finished card. You can go ahead and put your sentiment and all of that there. So what do you guys think? Like it? I think its idea and the concept is really nice. And then here is my other one that I made, and the card should be able to stand like this. I'm just gonna keep doing this because that's just me. I want it to kind of be perfect, but here is the other one that I made. It's just like this one, except I did holographic and I used a different sky, and I did holographic pumpkins and the ghosts in the back. So same thing, just different papers. So I hope you guys like these cards, and I hope you guys enjoy your kit. And remember, you can use this kit. Like I said, I bought this kit for the pop-up feature, and I definitely bought it because I need that little tree and I need those gates, so, and the pumpkins. So this had a lot of things that I could use, even though I don't really do Halloween, but I still think the cards came out cute. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.